Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a survival blog and make money. So what we're going to do today is we're basically going to define what a survival blog is. I'm going to explain what a niche is and why you need to pick a niche when it comes to the survival blog. And I'm actually going to show you how to niche down. The next step is we are going to get web hosting. I'm going to talk a little bit about what web hosting is and why you need it. Also, when you click the first link in the description, you'll get a domain name for free for the first year. After that, we're going to install WordPress. We are going to install a WordPress theme. I'm actually going to show you how to install a free and premium WordPress theme and some changes that you absolutely need to make so that your website can start getting traffic. In addition, I'm going to show you how to start writing so that you can write faster. After that, I'm going to show you some different ways to make money, why you need to share your content on social media in the very beginning, and about how many blog posts you need to write before you decide if your website is a success or failure. Now check out the first three links in the description, as I'll be referring to those three links throughout the course of this video. So first things first, what is a survival blog? Now a survival blog is simply a blog where you're answering questions and solving problems in the survival space. So people are asking questions about different aspects of survival. Maybe they're talking about how to prepare your family, emergency procedures, anything along those lines. So here's an example of a blog or a website in the survival space. This website's called thesurvivalmom.com, and as you can see, if we scroll down here, they have different niches or different subtopics of the survival niche. And this is what I want to talk about when you talk about niching down. For example, the term survival is such a huge space, it's such a huge niche or topic that you really want to talk about different aspects. For example, basic prepping, maybe prepping food for your survival or long-term survival. Prepping your home, your family, worst case scenarios, emergency planning, skills and knowledge. These are all different subtopics within the survival niche that could help you successfully write blog posts and answer questions. As you can see here, if we scroll down, these are different aspects. Now, the interesting thing with the survivalmom.com is she's looking at it from a women's aspect. So that's an additional topic of the survival niche. And so that's really something that you want to think about. You don't want to just talk about survival. You want to talk about maybe food survival from a family or an individual or a mother. Those are some good ways to niche down and speak directly to your traffic. So that is an example of niching down. If we click on her blog here, you can see basic prepping, home, family, skills, and knowledge. If we look at family here, these are different subtopics that she has written about in order to answer questions. People are asking questions about homeschooling. As a survival blog, you are going to answer those questions. So what I recommend that you do is jump over to a keyword research tool. I'm going to use Ahrefs, and I'm just going to paste in survival. Now, when I type in survival, you can see that the keyword difficulty on a scale of 0 to 100 is 75. So that's going to be pretty difficult. If we look at some of the matching terms, you are going to see these are subtopics that you could get into to potentially start getting some traffic. And I apologize for this here on the right-hand side. But as you can see, you could talk about survival gear, or flexible survival food could be a good one. How to make food, how to make different food to stand the test of time. These are all different subtopics that you could get into. And another way that you could actually get an idea of things to write on is if you take a look at her website, so thesurvivalmom.com. If we just copy this right here, we just want to copy the domain name. And I'll talk about more about domain names in just a moment. We could copy her domain name, go over to Site Explorer, and paste in her domain name, and you can see the different topics that she's writing about, and you could find the ones that are low competition or not as competitive, and you could write about them too. So if we look at the organic keywords here, now obviously you want to go through and do your own research, but you want to just target words that aren't going to be as competitive. So if we look at keyword difficulty of 5 or less, you are going to see that there are tons. How to make silver, let's see, coffee filter, micron size. So these are all different aspects. Yogurt powdered. These are all different things that you could potentially write on in the survival space. So if we jump back over to our slide deck here, we have picked a niche within the survival space. We've niched down a little bit. Now it's time to get web hosting. Now you need a web hosting provider so that your website can be on the internet. Without a web hosting provider, you just have a bunch of files on your local computer. What I recommend that you do is click the first link in the description and start with that web hosting provider because it's good for beginners. Basically, a web hosting provider, like the first link in the description, they are going to host your website on a hard drive called a server. They are going to serve your internet files to people from around the world so that they can visit you. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a domain name for free for the first year. As I mentioned, this website, thesurvivalmom.com, that is a domain name that people refer to your website by. So when you click that first link, you'll go ahead and get web hosting and a domain name for free for the first year. And actually what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through the steps of setting up your web hosting and your domain name step by step. Believe it or not, it takes less than 6 minutes to get everything set up. So go ahead and watch this right now as I show you step by step. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click Get Started right here on the left-hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here, and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on Log In to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click Log In, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them. And then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. Now that we've gotten web hosting, we've installed WordPress, we've installed a free theme. I'm going to show you how to install a premium theme in just a second. We've made some important changes to our website so people can visit our website from around the world. Now, as I mentioned, right now you have a free theme. That free theme is very basic. It doesn't have any additional features or functionalities. If we look at this website here, thesurvivalmom.com, this is a premium WordPress theme. It has additional features and functionality, and it's more inviting. As you can see, it's designed to get people to click. And what we're going to do is we're going to go out and get a premium WordPress theme. Now, if you click the second link in the description, it'll take you to this website right here, and you can get a premium WordPress theme. What we're going to do is we are going to paste in survival, which is our niche, and we're going to find a WordPress theme that is congruent or in line with people that are interested in survival. So as you can see, you can buy a WordPress theme for as little as $39. And what you're going to do is just look through here, find one that is of interest to you, find one that's going to be congruent with your audience, and you're going to simply add it to the cart. You're going to add it to the cart by clicking this button. And once you click the button, you are going to go and purchase this WordPress theme. Once you purchase the theme, you are going to download a zip file to your computer, and you're going to unpack that zip file. When you unpack that zip file, you are going to see a second zip file. We're actually going to take that second zip file and we are going to put it right into our WordPress website, and it's going to change the website to make it look more official, more congruent, more in line with our goals. All right, so once we have that second zip file, we are going to go over to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. And when you click on Themes, you're going to click on Add New, and then you are going to click on Upload Theme. When you click on Upload Theme, you can drag and drop that second zip file that we just unpacked. You can drag and drop it here, or you can click on Choose File and find it manually. Regardless of what you decide, you are going to click on Install Now. And once you click on Install Now and Activate, you are going to have a different WordPress theme. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is really to start writing. Now, I get 3 questions when it comes to building a WordPress website. How long should my blog posts be? How do I start writing? And how many blog posts should I write before I give up? Now, to start writing, we are simply going to go to Post. We are going to click on Add New, And this is where we're going to create a new post. Now make sure you're choosing post and not page. And what we're going to do is we are going to grab one of these keywords that we found over here. For example, we are going to talk about yogurt powdered or powdered yogurt. We're going to copy this over and we are going to use this as a keyword in our title. Now the reason why we're doing it this way is because we know people are going out and searching this word. So we might say yogurt powdered, everything you need to know. Okay, and the second half here is to get customers or get your potential audience to click on the link and read your blog post. And so to start writing, I like to do a simple brainstorming exercise where I take 10 or 15 minutes before I actually write out my blog post, and I'm simply going to write who, what, when, where, why, and how. And I'm using the simple exercise that we learned back in elementary school to help me answer the questions about our keyword, which is yogurt powdered. Now remember, in the very beginning, I said the purpose of our blog post is simply to answer your customer's problem. So who, what, when, where, why, how. We could say what is powdered yogurt, where to store powdered yogurt, or how to store powdered yogurt, how to store. Now, when you're brainstorming, it's important that you do not worry about spelling. You want to get your ideas and thoughts on paper or on your computer so that you can formulate your ideas, get a bunch of text on there, and it's going to make it easier for you to write. Now, as I mentioned before, people ask, well, how long should my blog post be? And really that depends. Your blog post should only be as long as it needs to be. And to figure out how long it needs to be, you want to check out your competitors. See what your competitors are doing, and you want to make sure that your blog post is long enough that it answers the question, but that it's not so long that you're wasting your time and your reader's time. And so what we're going to do is I just typed in yogurt powdered, and I'm going to look at this top result here, and I want to see if they're writing on it, what they're saying, if they're even answering the question. So this looks like it's more of a sales page, and that's not necessarily going to help us. What we're looking for is we're looking for people that are answering questions about yogurt powdered, for example. What the heck to do with yogurt powder? So if we click on this, this might be a good blog post. And if I'm eyeballing this, this is probably about 15 to 1700 words. So if we go through, this is kind of a short blog post. We'll right click, we'll go word counter. Okay, so this is less than 1,000 words. If we were to write on this topic, we'd probably want to make it at least 1,000 to 1,200 words so that we are accurately answering the question. Another benefit of looking at your competitors is you want to see what they're saying and what they're not saying. Maybe they didn't answer the question completely, and you can use that as an opportunity to answer a question. So again, make your blog post as long as it needs to be. You want to make it longer than your competitors, but not so long that you're wasting everybody's time. And so what we're going to do here, what is powdered yogurt, how to store powdered yogurt, you could say, okay. And then once you've taken 10 or 15 minutes to brainstorm, you're simply going to keep the good ideas and then delete the bad ones. You're going to turn the good ideas into H2s just like this, and then you are going to answer the question below. This is going to help you write, and this is going to help you solve your customer's problem. So you could say, you can store powdered yogurt in a few places. And then you want to list those places and then maybe why they're good places for powdered yogurt. And then once you're done with your blog post, you go ahead and click publish, and then your blog post will be alive for the entire world to see, read, and react to. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is to figure out how to make money. Now, there are a number of ways to make money with your new blog or website, so let's go ahead and talk about a few of them. One of the easiest ways to make money is simply to place ads right on your website. Now, if we look at this one over here on the right-hand side, these are all ads on this Survival Mom's website, the survivalmom.com's website. So what will happen if someone clicks on the ads, the website will get paid. Now, you can start with an ad company like Google AdSense. Now, the thing with Google AdSense is they're not going to pay you a ton of money in the very beginning. You're going to get pennies on the dollar, but at least you're going to have some money coming in. Once you start getting significant traffic on your website, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 page views per month, you can work with different ad agencies that will pay you significantly more. For example, you can work with Mediavine or Media.net or AdThrive or Ezoic. Those ad networks are going to pay you significantly more. But that's just one way that you can make money. Another way that you can make money is with affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is simply recommending or selling other people's products or services. And the way that affiliate marketing works is you, as the content creator, you're going to find different affiliate programs. For example, you could type in survival affiliate programs, or you could work with Amazon. You are going to get your affiliate links from them once you apply to become an affiliate, and you're going to post those right on your blog or website. When people click on those affiliate links and buy the product, you can earn a commission. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, the third link in the description actually leads to a free affiliate marketing course. So definitely check that out if you want to learn a little bit more about affiliate marketing. All right, if we jump back over, another way that you can make money is actually to sell your own physical and digital products. If we jump back over here, let's see, this person has a course or a number of courses about survival. You can make very good money creating and selling your own digital or physical courses, and you can do that right through your WordPress blog or website. That's outside the scope of this video, but that's an opportunity as well. There are at least 7 different ways that you can make money with your blog. I just listed a few of them. So if we jump back over to our slide deck here, now you want to think about sharing your content on social media. The reason why you want to share your content on social media is so that you can start getting traffic faster. In the very beginning, Google is comparing your website to the websites that are already on the internet, and they want to make sure that you are adding value to the world. They don't want duplicate content, they don't want spam content, so it can take a little while. To help speed this process up, you can go post your blog, website, or blog post on relevant Reddit subreddits, on Quora, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, anywhere where your customer or audience base is going to be. Make sure that you are not spamming, but you are adding relevant information and being a part of that community. So I recommend that you go ahead and do that to kind of get the ball rolling and start getting traffic back to your website. And then the final question that I get all the time is about how many blog posts should I write before I give up or keep going. Now, in my opinion, I think that you should write 50 blog posts before deciding if your website's worth keeping. Now, the reason why I think 50 is a good number is because a lot of people don't get past 10. And you writing 50 blog posts on keywords will give you domain authority. It'll show Google that you're serious, and you'll accidentally find some success. So I think 50 is a good number. You obviously could stop after 20 if you wanted to, but 50 I think is a very good number. So you should write every day for 50 days until you get your 50 blog posts up, or write every other day for 100 days until you get your 50 posts up. Now, be sure to check out the 3 links in the description, because they are there to help you. The first link will help you get web hosting. The second link will help you get a premium WordPress theme. And then the third one will actually take you to a free affiliate marketing course. If this video helped you out, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when I upload my next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.